You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. Woo!
G5 Jeff TV, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Please share this video. Support your boy. Support good content at all times. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at BoxWithG5 Jeff TV. That's BOXWIT G5 Jeff TV. And if you guys don't mind, hit that bell icon so you can be notified when I drop that heat. Jerrell Big Baby Miller is coming off of a very impressive unanimous decision victory over Johann Duhaupas. And I have a lot of different opinions on Jerrell Big Baby Miller, and they're not formatted, so I'm really just going to be freestyling off of the top. Big Baby Miller came into the ring over 300 pounds, and Johann Duhaupas came in at 240. So if my Philly public school education math is correct, that means Big Baby Miller outweighed Duhaupas by 60 pounds. Big Baby Miller is a skilled big man. Skilled. He is a skilled big man. He has really good upper body movement defensively, and he moves well in the pocket for a big man. And another thing that I like about Big Baby Miller is that he can throw punches out of his defensive posture. The reason I mention that is because there's a lot of fighters that can't transition from defense to offense. And the main person off the top of my head is Adrian Broner. He gets into that Philly shell, and he has to wait till a guy gets finished punching before he resets and starts throwing his shots. Jerrell Big Baby Miller, he can throw punches from out of his defensive posture, which is not easy to do for a normal size guy, you know, next to a guy his size. So it's very impressive. Good work rate, even though he gives you most of it in the beginning of the round and then most of it at the end. But in the middle, it's kind of stagnant. But even with that, he throws more punches than the majority of the heavyweights in the division. And he has a real good punch variety, throws really good body shots as well. So Jerrell Big Baby Miller is really skilled boxer, you know, and there's some subtle things, some small things he does in the ring. And I'm like, even in the Duhaupas fight, he did kind of like this step forward move and hit Duhaupas with the right hand. And I even said in the live video, I was like, you know, a 300-pound man ain't supposed to be doing that. Like, he did some foot movement, looked like a middleweight or a super middleweight in there. So Jerrell Big Baby Miller brings a lot to the table, but there is a few things that frustrate me about him, and there's a few questions that I have that I need answered. Number one, a guy that's 240 pounds is not supposed to, the human body's not supposed to be able to take consistent punishment from a 300-pound man. Duhaupas was getting hit with flush shots. He was getting hit with combinations throughout the 12 rounds, and he was still there. So with that being said, you definitely have to question Big Baby Miller's power. Second thing is the technical ability is cool. The upper body movement is cool. But sometimes I be like, dude, like, you 300 pounds. Go in there, walk your man down, and get him up out of here. Use your physical ability to get him up out of there. And you could see during the course of Big Baby Miller's fights that he kind of struggles with when to do that and when not to do that. So that's another thing that frustrates me. But the one thing that Jerrell Big Baby Miller proved is that he's not a middle-of-the-road fighter. He's a good fighter. Now, see, now I want to know how good he actually is. And I know it's time for Big Baby Miller to have a step-up fight. And I would love to see Big Baby Miller versus Luis Ortiz. Like, that would be a really great matchup. I know heavyweight division, everybody's talking about Wilder and Joshua, and very well so, but there's other guys in the division as well, and that would be a great barometer fight for Jerrell Big Baby Miller. And the reason it's a great barometer fight is because you're going to know how good Big Baby Miller is after that fight. Because he goes into a fight with Luis Ortiz, Big Baby Miller's going to be the underdog. No doubt. He's going to be the underdog in that fight. And I can see Big Baby Miller presenting a certain set of problems for Luis Ortiz. Number one, work rate. Luis Ortiz, he's kind of, the guy that kind of has a controlled pace. So he's going to have to deal with Big Baby Miller and him pushing the pace. Number two, the fact that he's so much bigger than Luis Ortiz. That's going to be something that Ortiz will have to deal with. And number three, Big Baby Miller does great body work. So that's something else that Luis Ortiz will have to look out for. Now for Ortiz, Big Baby Miller's kind of tailor-made for him because Big Baby Miller's going to be right there. Like, Luis Ortiz ain't got to look for him. Number two, he could throw his counter shots and his pot shots because Big Baby Miller's going to be throwing in volume. And the main thing is, can Luis Ortiz hurt Big Baby Miller? Because if he can't, then it could be a similar situation. The fight could look kind of similar to Swift Jarrett Hurd versus Erislandy Lara in terms of the styles. Now, that's a great barometer fight. Now, if y'all have another barometer fight for Jerrell Big Baby Miller, definitely put it in the comment section. But y'all let me know what y'all think of Jerrell Big Baby Miller. And if you want to see him step up, who would you like to see him step up against? G5 Jeff TV. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Please share this video. Support your boy. Support good content at all times. I appreciate y'all. Peace.